Question 1. Recast the following to y equals mx plus c. I'll do these in simple examples, then I'll come back to the example 2 in the notes, and we'll do that at the end. So recast these to, so here if we let this be y, I'll just overwrite it, equals mx plus c, isn't it? So here y would equal y, capital X would be root x, m corresponds to the b, and the c corresponds to the value of a then, doesn't it? And that would be y equals mx plus c. Here, y equals mx plus c. So here the y, it needs to be y squared. The capital X needs to be lowercase x. The m needs to be the value a, corresponds to a, and the value c corresponds to the value of b. Here, y equals mx plus c, isn't it? So y would equal root y. The x would be 1 over x squared. The m would be b, would correspond to b, and the c would correspond to a. Next one, we need to take logs here to get that down to ground level. So ln y is equal to ln a plus ln b to the x. So that tells us that ln y is equal to, the x can come down, that will be log b times x, I'll write it that way around, times x plus ln a. And here we got y equals mx plus c. So in this case, y would correspond to log y. The capital X would just be the value of x, x's. The m corresponds to ln b. So once we've got m, we could get b. And the c corresponds to log of a. That's the correspondence there. Take logs again here. ln y is equal to ln a plus, now log of x to the n times you add log of x to the n can be written as n log x. Okay, and then we could write this in reverse. So y is equal to mx plus c, isn't it? So here we've got y is equal to ln y, x would equal ln x, m would be the n, correspond to n, and the c would correspond to log a. And then the last example, let's just move the example down a bit, and we'll come to that in due course. Let's just do the last of these. Take logs again, ln y, times you add, so that'll be ln a. Natural logs because it's an e to the power, isn't it? ln e to the bx. And we can write that as ln y is equal to, bx can come down, log of e is 1, so it's bx plus the log a, write it that way around. So correspond that to y equals mx plus c, and we see that y needs to be log y. The capital X needs to be lowercase x. The m corresponds to the value b then, and the value of intercept c corresponds to the log of a. So there they all are then. So now without, I'm just going to get rid of this lot now from the question 1, and we'll move on to the example now. In the notes. Okay, here it is. So we've got this equation here, and we're going to look at the example 2. Okay, so let's just reduce this to linear form then. We'll have to take logs. Log v is equal to log a plus ln, I'm using natural logs, but I don't need to use lateral logs. I use log base 10. So let's use log base 10, because there's no e to the power, so just use log base 10 and we'll be fine. Log v is equal to log times you add, so it's log a, log base 10 I'm using, plus log t to the k, so log v, and its base 10 I've mentioned, is equal to k log t plus log a. So here y equals m x plus c, isn't it? So the y would be log v. The x, capital X, would be log t, if I can try and write the logs correctly. Log v, and the x would be log t, and then that would give m would correspond to the value k in the formulas, and c would be log a. Okay, I'm using log base 10, I've mentioned that already. So I need to plot log v, so it's log 120, log 130, log 170, and log 200. And this would be log t, 62, log 25, log 7.2, and log 2.8. So that's those four. Try and get them in the right positions. And this would be log t. This is y. This is x. Okay, now we need the xy's, don't we? Should have written them around the other way, really. So I'm going to give myself a bit of room here. And I'm going to write them around the other way, because the y comes customarily second. So let's just put that there. And then we want the xy's. So that'd be log 62 times log 120, log 25 times log 130, log 7.2 times log 170, and log 2.8 times log 200. And that way it's nice and accurate. Then we want the summation of the x squareds. So we want log 62 squared, log 25, log 7.2, and log 2.8 squared. And these are the values we need. And we also need x bar and y bar as well. Okay, here's our table. So let's just tap it in the calculator. So sum these. 62 log 25, 7.2, and log 2.8. Okay, 4.494822. 4.49, what was it? 4822 will do. And then we want the next one, these. So I'm just going to type them in. Log 120 plus log 130 plus log 170 plus log 200, 8.72460, 8.72460. Okay, now we do the products. We've already got these logs in, so why don't we just toggle back and just put the other log beside it. So we got the log 120. It's log 62 times that, isn't it? Log 62 times log 120. Then it's log 25 times log 130. Then it's log 7.2 times that one. And then it's log 2.8 times this one, log 200. equals 9.623. 9.6230, and then we do these squared. So we've got log 62, log 62 squared plus log 25 squared plus log 7.2 squared plus log 2.8 squared, and we get 6.10187. 6.10187, I think it was. Then it carries on, so 6101. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, good. They're all fairly accurate then, aren't they, these numbers? Okay, 6.1018. Yeah, that's fine. So x bar will be the summation of x. So we got 4.49, 4.494822 divided by 4, isn't it? Which that's the number of entries. 1.1237. 1.1237, and y bar, nice and accurate, is 8.7246 divided by 4. 2.18115. 2.18115. Okay, so M then, let's get M. I'm just going to drag it down from its position up here. Let's try and drag it. Yeah, I'll just drag it down and use that formula. It's here already then. So M, summation of xy's, which is this one here, 9.632623 rather, O, minus n, which is 4, so put the 4's in. X bar, y bar, so we got those two. 1.1237, 1.1237 times 2.18115 over the summation of x bar squared, so that's 6.10187. 6.10187 minus x bar squared, which is 1.1237 squared. Remember, it was 4 times, wasn't it? So don't forget that. Okay, I think that's it. That's M. So let's tap it in. Top number 9.623 minus 4 times 1.1237 times 2.18115, close bracket, divided by bracket, 6.10187 minus 4 times 1.1237 squared, close bracket, equals minus 0.172 is what we get. Yep, that's fine. And that will be the value M, and then C will be y bar. So let's just type that in. That's M then. So it's y bar 2.18 115 minus M x bar 2.37 2.3744. And then you'll have to work out the values because the time doesn't permit